Hello friends, I am Dr. Ujjwala Lande, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. Botany for You is an online platform for students of life sciences. I guess today is the second day of the 3-day national workshop on CSIR UGC NET, JRF and LS preparation in life sciences part 5. I hope you all are enjoying the lectures. Before I proceed, I must express my sincere gratitude towards the entire organizing team who has given me this wonderful opportunity to interact with such a large number of aspiring students. Hope you all will be benefited by this workshop. Life History Strategies R and K Selection. This is a very important topic from CSIR NET exam point of view. You always get question on this topic, either for 2 marks or maybe for 4 marks. If you are well prepared with this topic, you are easily bound to score good. I have taken this topic from UGC CSIR NET syllabus, Unit 10, Ecological Principles, Population Ecology, and the topic is Life History Strategies, R and K Selection. Ecologists noticed that there are two groups of species which reproduce differently to fit to their environmental characteristics. There are two species, one is the R species and second one is the K species, and accordingly we say that they have adopted the R and K selection strategies. So what is R and K selection strategies? It is a combination of traits in an organism that trade off between. Trade off means to make balance between two contradictory things. So trade off is a very common term used in ecology. Here we mean trade off mean to make balance between. So here they have to make a balance between quantity and quality. They have to make a balance between quantity and quality. So we say that it is a balance between quantity and quality of offsprings. The term R and K selection was coined by Robert MacArthur and E.O. Wilson in 1967 based on their work on island biogeography. Now let us understand the meaning of these terminologies. First we will understand the meaning of the terminology, that is life history. What does life history means? It means how the organisms grow, how the organism survives and reproduces over time. Now here what happens? The organism has to face many trade-offs. That is, in simple words, you may say that they have to achieve a balance between two opposite situations. It means the organism has to maintain balance between growing, surviving and reproducing. That is the meaning of the terminology, that is life history. Now the second terminology is life history strategy. Life history strategy trait includes factors such as number, size and sex ratio of offspring, timing of reproduction, age and size at maturity, growth pattern, longevity. So here what happens, what the organism should do, whether whatever is the energy is available, that should be properly allocated between survival, growth and reproduction, and thus the trade-offs are inevitable. Now the concept of R and K selection strategies. The R and K selection theory proposes to explain the reproduction strategies of species with respect to their environmental characteristics. The concept of R strategies and K strategies links population dynamics to life history. The term R selected and K selected come from a description of the population growth regimes of the two types of organism. R selection is for those organisms or those species that produce cheap offsprings and live in an unstable environment. You should always remember that in which type of environment these species live or these strategists live, because this will help you to remember and recall the characteristics of these strategists. K selection is shown by, or K selection is for those species that produce few and expensive offspring, produces few and expensive offspring, and these species live in stable environment. So two things should be noted down. One is that K strategies, they live in unstable environment and they produce cheap offsprings, whereas K strategies, they live in stable environment and they produce very expensive offspring. Expensive or cheap, this is with respect to energy required to be spent in their rearing and their upbringing till adulthood stage. Now about the meaning of this. R strategies. R stands for rate of growth. R stands for rate of growth. The R strategies is known by various other synonyms, like it is called as R selected, or it is called as fugitive, or maybe it is called as opportunistic. So opportunistic, that is of a habitat for a member of a given sort of organism. So here what happens, these we call them as opportunities. That means they want to survive anyhow. They want their species to be continued and therefore they keep on searching for the opportunities. K strategist. K stands for carrying capacity, means how much is the capacity of the offspring of the member of the species to carry their offsprings. Synonym for this are, one is K selected, second is the stable species, second one is the equilibrium species. Now, though we say that there are two strategies, one is the R and other one is the K, but you have to always remember that there are no organisms who are completely R selected or completely K selected. Rather, all must reach some compromises between two extremes. So, the terms R selection and K selection have been used by ecologists to describe the growth and reproductive strategies of various organisms. Now here you can see in this figure, two beautiful pictures are there. More or less many things you can see, these are common in these pictures, yet you can differentiate in the two pictures. If you concentrate or if you notice the land shown here and the land shown here. Here you can see it is a drought condition. Here in this picture you can see it is a normal condition. So we say that this environment is unstable environment because the environmental conditions are changing here. These are not very predictable. In this case the environment is stable. That means you may say that here the environment is predictable. So ecologists of 1970s characterized species into two categories, those that lived in stable environments and those that lived in unstable environments with many environmental stresses threatening the population. This can be visualized through the graph. Here you can see a graph is shown. The graph is of population growth. The population of species living in stable environment with limited resources has a definite size near carrying capacity. So in this case you can see that the K selection in this diagram or this combined diagram or graph here you can see this is showing the exponential curve. That is, here you can see initially the growth phase is slow, then it increases and then it comes to a plateau, that is a stagnant. Or you may say that for K selection selected species, the growth curve is S-shaped to what we called as exponential or logistic growth. Exponential or logistic growth curve, and then you can see that there is a more or less same line because they have reached the carrying capacity. But in case of our species which live in unstable environment, so here what happens, they always have to suffer. There you can see in this picture or in this figure you can see the number of population increases very rapidly and within shorter period of time you can, if you compare these two, you can see that in this there is a rapid growth in population, but at the same time there is very rapid fall down or decline also. Whereas in this case you can see the time is required for increasing the population and more or less the population remains stagnant here. In this you can see up and down, that is boom, you can see rapid boom and then burst, again then rapid boom, then again burst. So these are the two types of curves that you can see with respect to K species as well as R species. The living R species, they are living in unstable environment. They need to ensure some of their numbers survive the dangers of their environment. Therefore, they keep on blooming and then dropping down. Now, we will see about these two strategies. First, we will understand about the R selected species. R selected species, examples you can see here. You can see here some insect, you can see here a flower, you can see this is algae, you can see here, you can see some bacteria are shown here. Here some flowers are seen, dandelions are shown, here bacteria are shown, some rodent is shown here, as well as here algae is shown. So these are all the examples of this R selected species. So R strategists live in unstable environment where the slightest disturbance can wipe out the entire population. So to overcome this, what they do? R strategy species, they have evolved a mechanism where they can spend their precious energy to increase their chances of survival as much as possible, and they have decided to develop as many offspring as possible so that in the adverse conditions or in the harsh environment, out of the large number, at least a few organisms will survive and the species will continue. That is what they have developed. Earlier, in the earlier figure or the graph, we have already seen that the R strategies, they show a bloom. So they show a bloom means in short time they reproduce or they produce large number of offspring. So even if in the unstable environment number of them die, then also few of them will survive and their species will continue. So let us see what are the characteristics shown by these type of strategists, that is R strategists. We have seen that they produce large number of offspring, that is one of the characteristic. Second, when the offsprings are in large number, obviously there is low parental care. That means low or no parental care is mostly seen. The number is very high, large number of offsprings are produced, that we have seen. Early reproductive maturity, that is in the figure only we have seen that in short period of time they were producing offspring, that is our strategies. That means their maturity period is very short and early reproductive maturity period. The size of the offspring is very small. Early independence at birth, low ability to learn, short lifespan, and early mortality rate is high. That is, death rate, early death rate is very high. Then another characteristics are also there, like maybe they are breeding only once or twice in their lifetime or their lifespan. And all of the offsprings which are produced, we know that the offsprings which are produced, they are very large in number. So all of the offsprings which are produced, all of the offspring, they rarely live to adulthood. That is the reason, say for example, if 1000 offsprings are produced, out of 1000, maybe hardly 10 survive. So, but even if 10 is surviving, they are able to continue the species. So, that is their strategy. They have adopted the strategy that they will produce large number of offspring in short period of time and they will not spend their energy in rearing and bringing up the offspring. Now, the next type is that is K-selected species. K-selected species is very much different from R-selected species, or you may say both the species are opposites of one another. Here you can see a picture that I have shown here, that is of human being. So you can directly correlate that human being is the example of K-selected species. Here few more examples are shown, say of K-selected species. Here a whale is shown, a bird is shown, here goat is shown here, sheep it is, and then here you can see the primate, that is monkey is shown over here. Then elephant is also example of, or kangaroo is also example of K-selected species. Now what are K-selected species, that we'll see. So K-selected strategies, they live near the carrying capacity K on the population growth curve under the stable environmental condition. So they live in the stable environmental conditions. They have limited resources. So what they have decided now? They have limited resources. So they have decided that they will focus their energy on generating a few healthy, complex offspring that can receive ample care, that so that they go on to survive till adulthood in a highly competitive world. So they have decided they will have very few offspring. So when very few offsprings will be there, obviously it will be possible to take care of small number of offspring and make them fit to fight in the environment or fight with their competitors, and they should reach adulthood, they should survive till adulthood, and after adulthood then they should able to reproduce and pass on their genes to the next generation. So this is exactly opposite to the R selected species, because R selected species, they are spending their energy in producing large number because their environment is unstable. They are just taking a chance. If it is unstable, produce large. Even if some will survive, their species will reproduce. Here in case strategies, the size of the organism is large and they have longer life expectancies. You know, human beings, they live for a longer period of time. Even the elephants, you know, they live for a longer period of time. They are stronger or are better protected and generally are more energy efficient. The reproductive strategy is to grow slow, live close to the carrying capacity of their habitat, and produce a few progeny, each with a high probability of survival. Let us see the characteristics of these species. High parental care, low number of offspring, late reproductive maturity. If you can recall the graph, if this is the time and this is the growth, it was like the curve was growing like this, and for our strategies it was going like this. So you can see here that there is late maturity, reproductive maturity, large number of offspring, not large number, that is large size of offspring, late independence at birth, late independence at birth, that means they are dependent on parents for longer period of time. They have high ability to learn, long lifespan, and early mortality rate is low. This is again opposite to the earlier one where we had seen that early mortality rate was high. These are the occasional breeders. That is, they don't breed very quickly. They are the occasional breeders, whereas their gestation period is also very long and they give birth maybe only to one or two offsprings at a time. And the offsprings also take very long time to grow, and during this period of growth they are constantly under the care and supervision of their parents. Lions, whales, that is also the example of this. If you can see here, you'll see that the two strategies here, their characteristics are compared here. Whatever we discussed here, that is only given here. Our strategies and case strategies. Our strategies, they are living in the unstable environment, whereas these are living in the stable environment. Small size of organism, large size of organism. Energy used to make each individual is low, energy is very high. Many offsprings are produced, very few offsprings are produced. There is early maturity, here there is late maturity. Life expectancy is short, here long life expectancy is there. Each individual reproduces only once. Here individual can reproduce more than once in their lifetime. Now here one more important point is there on which a question can be asked in exam, that is survivorship pattern or survivorship curve. There are three types of survivorship curve: type 3, 1, 2 and type 3. So type 3 survivorship curve is shown by R strategist, whereas 1 and 2 that is shown by the K strategist. Here you can see that there is little parental care or protection. Here there is high parental care or protection. Then there is rapid growth. Here you can see there is a slow growth. Little investment. Spending of energy is very low. Here there is high investment. That is investment in terms of energy. Mostly our strategists are prey to someone, whereas K strategies, they are the predators. They kill and obtain their food, and they are the food. Here R1 are the food for others. They form the low trophic layer and they form the high trophic layer. So I hope you all have understood this topic. If you have any queries regarding the topic, you can mail me. Here is the address given over here, and you should go through this topic very what means you should go through this topic and give importance to topic, because there is always a question on this topic, maybe a twisted one or maybe simple question, straight or direct question is given, but one should attempt those questions. And any queries are there, you can mail me at this address. Thank you.